Yeah, and we're going to start right now, and I just want to turn you over to our friend Kevin Wesequate. He lives in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and he is an artist and a spoken word artist and a dad and a performer. He's just an amazing all-around person. So Kevin, we only have 40 minutes.
Okay.
Just under 40 minutes. So we're going to get the students started. And Gibbler wants to know if we're going to draw portrait or landscape. I've got a feeling, wow, what a great question.
We're going to go with singular image portrait to get started here.
Okay. So
awesome.
And then I'm just going to give them some examples, and then I'm going to show them really quickly how to do this.
Okay,
awesome.
Over to you, Kevin.
You want to unshare your screen so we can see you and say hi, and then we'll go back to
the... hold on one sec. I just got to put it back over here.
Perfect.
Unshare the screen 1 second. Hold on. Oh, what's going on here? Hold on.
There you go.
Share. Oh, all right. Could you all see me? Can you all see me okay? Hold on.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
Kevin.
Oh, you could? Okay, great.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kevin Wesequate. I am from Treaty 4 territory. I'm Cree, Dakota Cree. I'm an artist that lives here in Saskatoon. You can see a lot of different art pieces behind me. I write poetry. I do storytelling and spoken word. Right now I'm going to show you how to do some graffiti style type art, and I do also graffiti style type art. I guess I don't know, there's not much to say other than, you know, I love my community. I work with a lot of kids in my community. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm super happy to share what I know with you today in regards to creating characters and graffiti, also known as cartoon drawing, if you will. Should we get started then?
That sounds amazing, Kevin. So everybody get your paper and your pencil ready to go. Kevin's
you're gonna need yourself Sharpies, pencil to get started. If you want to use a ruler, you can. You don't necessarily have to. We need a ruler. You got to be able to figure out where you're putting your dimensions on the page. We're going to start with the center of the page. So if you just take your paper.
Kevin, if they don't have a Sharpie, they can just press really hard with their pencil or use a marker, right?
Yeah, a marker. I would say a marker, a crayon, pencil just to get started. I just wanted to use the pencil to lightly sketch what we're doing, and I'm going to switch my camera now to show you what I'm going to be doing here. Okay, hold on.
Kevin is really high tech, boys and girls. He's learning along with you, but it's really awesome. So go ahead and share your screen, Kevin, and then
is the screen up there? Do you see it?
Not yet.
Hold on, I'm just going to hit share, and there it is. Could you see that?
There we go.
All right. Okay, so here we go. I just put the blank sheet of paper in front of my screen here, and I'm going to quickly share a couple of the images that I've been working on throughout this past while. Yesterday the past couple days, I had a couple opportunities to create a couple images here. I did myself for fun. I created this with paint markers. You can see I created myself here with a microphone. I put a little hat on myself, a little shirt, little shoes, and then I just did some graffiti style writing on top. And on top it says poetic. I don't know. I was going to let you all guess that, but that's what it says. And that's a graffiti style type of print there. And then who's ever seen the movie Smoke Signals? I did Thomas from Smoke Signals. I thought it was really fun to do.
If you've seen the movie Smoke Signals, say let us know in the chat and I'll let Kevin know.
Yeah. So I did that just for
Yeah.
fun. And it's a quick example. Now you can see that they're all roughly the same shape and the same size. And I'm going to show you another one here. I did this one a while back, and this one is pretty easy to guess. I think if you guys don't know who that is, you don't watch current comic books or movies or Marvel. This is Venom from the
Oh,
movie.
somebody guessed that.
I
Kevin.
guessed it.
Someone guessed Christian and
Yeah. So
Kristen.
these are
Yeah.
some of the fun stuff that we could do. Um, I also did this other character here. I don't know. This one, I did this last night, and it's got like freestyle writing all over it, and I just had fun with it, and I just kind of, I just had fun, and I created whatever. So this is the basic image that we're going to be going for today, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So if you get your pen and paper, what I want you to do
Kristen
is
said that you're an amazing artist, Kevin.
thank you. I appreciate that. So what you want to do is quickly, don't press too hard with your pencil. This is pressing too hard, okay? If you're doing this and it's thick, that's pretty hard. But if you go nice and lightly, that's nice. Because what you want to be able to do is take your eraser later and erase those lines, okay? You can't really do that easily with, when you press hard. So you got to keep that in mind. You want to press hard with your pencil. I mean, press softly. I just said press hard. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to take your pencil and draw a nice line right down the middle and try to find the center of this. And that's all I'm doing here is I'm finding the center of my page. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can kind of do some guesswork. So if you can see with the pencil, yeah.
Kevin, so you'll just need to slow down a little bit, but can you just draw, if you can draw hard with your pencil so the students can see?
Okay. So I'm going to draw hard. I don't want you all to draw hard at home, okay?
Kevin,
So
if you
what you're
turn the
going to want to
brightness
do,
down on your document camera, it will help too. See how it's so bright? Turn that brightness down.
oh yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Does that improve it a little bit? Could you see a little better? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the first image. The first part of this is you're going to want to draw a circle in this space right here on top of your image. So you're going to draw a nice little circle there. Now, well, you want to make this circle the biggest part of your drawing. So you're just going to want to draw it nice and big here. And you can always erase if you make it too, it's not perfect enough. Nothing is ever perfect, right? So when you draw the circle, what you want to do on the bottom of your circle is just kind of keep it a little pointed. Bring it down just a little bit, just like that. Kind of like you're making a little droop in the bottom of that circle. So it looks kind of like an egg. So after you do that little droop at the bottom of your circle, what you're going to want to do next is draw a horseshoe shape. Like a horseshoe shape is like that, right? So I want you to draw this horseshoe shape underneath of the circle. I want you to connect it to the circle. So when you draw in your horseshoe shape, it shouldn't be bigger than this. It has to be slightly smaller than that, okay? So your horseshoe shape is going to go like this. Okay? Just like that. See? So now you have your circle, and now you have your horseshoe shape. All right? So when doing this, I always like to think that I'm going to do an arm. So you could do an arm on here, or just use your pencil or whatever you have, and just kind of place it underneath the head, in between near the top of the horseshoe towards the head. And you can put your arm down, you can put your arm up, you can put it straight out. I like to keep it nice and down beside the character. So it's kind of like that, right? So you want to like imagine that you're drawing the same width of your pencil right there. And when you do this, it's kind of like drawing an old phone, if you will, like an old phone type of a shape. I don't know if that makes any sense because everybody uses cell phones these days. So an old phone type of a shape kind of goes like this, right? So you go out a little bit, not too far out, and then you bring it in, kind of like that, kind of like a candy cane. And then you do it again on the bottom part. So you want to have the width of your pencil, and you do it again. You're going to be doing the same thing on the other side. Then when you get to the bottom, you want to make a hand shape. So if you're making a hand shape, it's easy to kind of just like make a thumb, a rounded thumb, kind of like a cartoon, and then another larger round for your fingers, right? So it just kind of goes like that. And you could do the same thing on the other side. So you start from the top. So that's the point in between the horseshoe and the circle. And you bring this out kind of like that. You bring it down like that. And then I'm just going to keep going with it. And then you just kind of do your finger, then your thumb, then you bring it back all the way like that. So it kind of looks like that.
Can we let our friends catch up to that point? So because Tegan has asked, yeah.
Okay, I'll just give it a moment.
Yeah, we still have half an hour, so
okay,
we're good.
Oh no, there's quite a bit more stuff we have to do here. So
yeah.
So I have all these collections of markers here. You see, like I've been collecting markers for a couple of years now. And I want to just remind, when we get to the marker point, we are not going to be coloring with the marker. We're just going to be tracing our outline. For this particular project, I like to use pencils, erasers, markers, and pencil crayons. Pencil crayons are just like that, right? They're very simple to use, and they're nice to color with, and it helps you get shading and texture. And also, to make it pop out of the page, you want it to be able to be as visible as possible.
And Kevin, Kristen wanted to know what character we are drawing.
Oh, you can do whatever character you want. If you want to do a Venom character, we could definitely do that.
Okay.
If you want to do your own kind of character, my challenge is to draw whatever you know. You know, you could draw yourself. Take a look at the clothes that you're wearing. Try to put your clothes on this character, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. And that comes after we do the rough outline. So what we're doing right now is we're doing a rough outline right here. And then we're going to be doing the hard outline that goes kind of over top the second layer. Okay, so I don't know, throw some suggestions. What do you want me to draw? I'll try it out.
Hey, are there any nominations? Do you guys want to draw Venom? I think they're drawing and trying to type. Kristen said yes. Emily said no. Venom. Declan said no. Kobe Bryant, I want to draw myself. How about we do just a generic character? Gabriella wants to do herself or a superhero, so just something generic, maybe nothing scary. And then you can give them some strategy.
Someone said Kobe Bryant. I love that. I would like to do Kobe Bryant as well.
Dr. Strange. So maybe if you do one, Kevin, then give the students some strategies to do themselves. So we'll do Kobe Bryant, but if you don't want to do Kobe Bryant, Kevin will be showing us something that will help you draw what you want to.
Just 1 second. Okay, I'm going to do Kobe Bryant in his Lakers jersey and the yellow gold Lakers jersey. I'd like to do Michael Jordan, but Kobe Bryant seems to be the popular one right now. Let's see if I could get a full image of Kobe Bryant. All right, here we go. I'm ready to do Kobe Bryant. So this is going to end up being Kobe Bryant. And then I'll do another, just a generic character with a hat on top. I'll do myself. All right, I'm gonna do 2 of them really quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on here, and I'm gonna show you where the legs go on this character. The legs are gonna go on the bottom. So the legs are gonna have a wider base than your arm. Your arm should be roughly the same, about the width of your pencil. Okay, so when you think of the legs, I want you to think that you're putting 2 pencils side by side, okay? That kind of a width. And your legs are gonna be really short, okay? Like I'm talking about half the length of your arms here. So you're gonna go towards the bottom near the center, and you're gonna take one leg, and you're just gonna bring it down really short. You're gonna draw a little line, and then you're gonna draw another line on the other side, just to kind of have the placement of your legs right there. And then you're gonna draw the outside of your leg, and now the outside of the leg is gonna match where like kind of like where the body is. I want you to bring it just about that far out, but not quite that far out. It's kind of like that. So it's gonna end up looking like a little rectangle, curved rectangle shape on the bottom. Just like that. You're gonna do it on both sides, so you're gonna have your legs kind of sticking out like that. I don't know if you guys could see that at home, but this is what I've done. Okay.
Yeah, we can see it, Kevin.
Okay, so let's go back to the head now. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. So when you do the head, I'm just gonna make a marker right here. This is your marker. Just a nice little crescent type of shape right there. You're not gonna use that. You're gonna wanna erase that later. That's just a marker to let you know that your nose and your mouth are gonna be underneath of that marker. Now look at all of this space up here. Okay, that's a lot of space. So with your cartoon characters, everything is bigger, right? The head is bigger than the arms and the body and everything. So the head, within the head, your eyes are gonna be bigger on this upper space right here, okay? Now you can create the eyes however you want. Like for these characters that I did over here, like the Venom character, I just did eyes that kind of went all the way up around to the side like that, kind of like that.
Kevin, could you maybe do a half and half? Could you do like one eye one style and the other eye the other style? Do you think that would work?
Yeah, for sure, I could do that. I could do that, definitely. All right, so and then I did glasses. You could do glasses as well. So you can do your eye as you want, but before you do your eye, you want to do your nose. So for me, I just kind of like do this with my nose. I just kind of go a rounded type shape, kind of like that. Very simple, just like that, okay? For you, those of you that are doing Venom, you don't need a nose. As you know, Venom doesn't have a nose, okay? So it just kind of goes like that. For the Venom shape of eye, I'm just going to put it on this right side. I want you to think of like kind of like a big Nike symbol, kind of like a teardrop type symbol, and just kind of make it big. Make it big above the eye and bring it around and curve it up as if it's going around the top of the head, kind of like that. And then do the same thing with the top and join it at the top. So it's going to kind of have like a spirally type of teardrop type of shape like that. Okay? And after a while, excuse me, after a while, I'm going to show you how to finish that. So for the other eye, you're going to want to have it in the same placement, kind of like right there. So with this other eye, you're going to want to make it big, right? So you're just going to want to round it, kind of like a rounded shape, and then round it on the bottom. But you always want to make it big, right? So like if you make it big, it kind of gives it that cartoon type of an effect. So then you just draw a little circle inside of there to kind of get your eyeball like that, right? You can make this eyeball big, you can make it small, you can make it small, you can make it even in the middle. So he's like kind of looking cross-eyed if you want, just to be silly, okay? So And then after you do that, you're going to want to figure out where the mouth is. So if I was doing the mouth on a regular person, I'm just going to bring it underneath the nose here. And I'm going to go, okay, this person is smiling. So I'm just going to go like that. So it's just like a nice rounded shape, kind of like that, right? Kind of like you're drawing a rounded banana or a kayak or whatever it is. I want you to do that and then draw a couple lines inside of there to make the lips. All right. So I'm going to slow down right now. I'm going to let you guys catch up to this part. If you're doing Spider-Man or Venom or whatever it is, go ahead and do that. I like drawing the character Death Proof also. Super funny character. And then if you want to do the Venom type mouth, you just kind of bring that out like this. And just like the eye, you want to bring it all the way across, and then you want to swoop it up, almost as if it's going behind its head. Then you're going to want to do it again near the bottom, like where the chin would be. You bring it out, and then you swoop it up, kind of like that. And then you're going to want to know that, yeah, his mouth is there. So just kind of make a little line there so people know where the mouth is, kind of type deal. I'm just going to erase a little bit of these lines here. So with your Venom character, there's no nose. The only thing you have is your eye and your mouth. Okay, so to get the Venom type shape of the eye, you know how he has all those little kind of weird shapes? What I did was I just made little circles inside of the eye in random places, kind of like that. Little tiny oval shapes right in the eye like that. Just like that. Okay. And then when you come back with your marker or your pen, you go over that, and then you basically go over the circle and the shape of the eye with your pen or your marker or whatever it is you're going to use to outline this. I'm only drawing hard right now because I want you all to understand that, you know, this is the shape of it. But at home, I hope you're trying to draw lightly as opposed to heavy. Okay? So for the teeth, very basic. For the teeth, you just draw little points, random places, because Venom, he had teeth in random places. It didn't necessarily make sense where you put his teeth. And for the tongue of Venom, I kind of just I swooped the line out. So if you take your pen right from the center and you just basically swoop a line out, kind of like that, just kind of up and down, kind of like a roller coaster type deal. And then you're going to want to do one on the bottom, and then make it thick at the beginning, and then try to bring it closer like that. So there you go.
I sort of like your
Venom,
half man, half Venom, Kevin.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So if this was Carnage, Carnage has wild, crazy hair, and it's like red and orange, right? So you can do your hair however you want. Maybe you want to do like a native Venom and make him have a braid. Or you could just do like whatever kind of hair. Oh yeah, right. And I forgot the ear, okay? So the ear is going to have to match where the eyes go. So as we know, the ear is going to be like the same height as the eye. So you're going to do the ear kind of slightly the same height of the eye, but not so big. The ear kind of just goes like that, okay? Just like that. It's nothing too big. You know, you're not drawing Dumbo here, so you just want to do it nice and like that. And you could, you know, just to kind of get this detail of the ear, just draw another little circle inside of there, just like that. It doesn't have to be too much, okay? All right, now let's move to the body part here, all right? So with the body part, whether you're trying to draw clothes on him or whatever it is, like let's say I want to put a dress shirt on this guy or a t-shirt. Let's just go with the t-shirt for now. So when you draw the t-shirt, you know that you know, his chin and his head is overly big, so you don't have to worry about the collar too much and the neck. You just have to assume it's back there in somewhere. Okay, so when you're drawing this shirt, I always like to draw the shirt from halfway down the arm somewhere and just like draw a line that goes right here. It's like, okay, this is the beginning of the t-shirt. And then you bring it up to the body like that, right there, and you connect it to the top of the arm, kind of like that, okay? And that way we know that we're drawing the t-shirt. And somewhere down here is you're gonna have the bottom of the t-shirt. So I'm gonna just have this guy's shirt kind of hanging out a little bit. So I'm just drawing a line near the bottom, and I'm gonna bring it across near the bottom, not covering the legs, but near the bottom, and it's going to go right across. And I know it kind of ruins the Venom shape right now, but don't worry about it. You could always erase. Okay? I'm just showing folks at home the shape of the shirt here. Okay? So just like that. Very simple, very basic. If you're doing like Kobe Bryant, what I like to do with graffiti writing is, like, I'm going to go with number 8, okay? So I'm going to basically draw the 8 as, you know, as much as I can that looks like a jersey number as possible, like that, okay? So when you're doing this type of stuff, this is just like the original drawing, is you're doing the simple basic stuff first. So once you draw that number 8, I want you to draw inside of it and draw the interior lineage of your 8 on the top and the bottom. Okay? So when you finish this thing, I want you to draw the outside of it. So now you're drawing Kobe Bryant's number 8 for his jersey. If this was a jersey, it would look an entirely different way. See? And then you just basically erase those light lines like that. And there you have it. You have this. And if this was going to be a jersey, his arms would be out. And the jersey would come kind of like this, right? Like that. Don't worry too much about the neck part, but the jersey would be there, and then this would be his arms, okay? Like that. There you have it. You would have the Kobe Bryant jersey. And if you wanted to do the Kobe Bryant basketball shorts, just do them super short, like that. And what you're doing is you're just drawing over the original outline of what you've done. I'm going to let you guys catch up for a second here. Okay. So now at this point,
Kevin, I like how
you
you're
should be
using
able
the body
to,
shape.
yeah, right now you should be dressing your character, okay? And this is, keep in mind when you're using your pencil, this is basically only the draft portion. Pencils are always for draft, in my opinion, okay? The real art comes when you start using the Sharpie or the marker, or, you know, the bigger markers, or you can even get even wilder and use the even bigger markers. And believe it or not, I have one that's even bigger than that. So you get my drift. So another example when you're drawing this with this stuff is when you're using your Sharpie markers or your color images, you have to keep in mind that you're only using these to outline. You don't color with them. And in my opinion, when you're doing graffiti style art, you use these strong markers and Sharpies only to outline. Outlining meaning you're fixing all the images of your pencil. Okay? So I'm going to show you really quick with this 8 again, what I mean. And I'm just going to use my a marker to go over it with that, okay? So if I was going to go over this, this number 8 in the center here, for example, I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to go over the number 8. Really simple, kind of like that. Now this, in my opinion, will help it pop out. And that's what you want. You want your artwork to pop out as much as possible so it's highly visible from your landscape. So there you have it, it's popping out. So if there's any extra pencil marks around, you just take your eraser and you get rid of them, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing with his jersey now, okay? I'm gonna take this pencil and I'm gonna go like this. Okay, there you go. And bring it down. I'm just gonna do the bottom of this character just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm creating here. And there you go. There's the bottom. So with your eraser, after you have all this stuff in, okay, so on the side of the jersey, there's usually his gold stripe that goes down or purple stripe that goes down, kind of like that. Okay, so we know that there's going to be color in there and there and there. Then when we're done doing that stuff, we just simply take our eraser and we get rid of those lines that we don't want, kind of like that. Same thing with the head, right? Like when you're doing the head, like I'm going to bring it back to the head now, where I said that the eye has these little rounded shapes. So you're going to take your marker and you're going to go inside of these little rounded shapes now, and you're going to connect it all, kind of like a connect the dots type deal. You're going to connect all those pieces together. So you got like a Venom type eye.
So Kevin, Sigrid wants to know, can you outline after coloring the character? Because I guess if you don't have a Sharpie, sometimes a black marker might run.
Can you color? What do you mean color? Like with
like color in your character?
Oh yeah, of course. So you don't want to color with your Sharpie. You only want to color with your pencil crayons. And I was just getting to that. Okay, so your pencil crayons are going to give you your color. Okay, so your Sharpie or your marker is going to give you your outline. Okay, so you want to outline after you create this. Let me just finish this real quick here and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so after I've went around and I've done that with my marker, right? And I'm just going to do this nose halfway in. So I'm going to erase my, oh, just wait, I forgot the teeth here. So you just basically, you draw your character however you're drawing your character, okay? And then I'm going to outline the tongue a little bit here. Okay. All right. So the question was how do you color this thing in? So after you got all of this traced around with your heavy color, right? Your marker, your crayon, or whatever it is, I think the best idea here is to then go ahead and start to color it, right? So when you color this thing in, you never want your color to be stronger and heavier than your marker. What you want to do is you want to take something that's a little bit brighter. So I can't find my my black pencil crayon. So I'm just going to use these to give you an example. Okay, I'm going to use my blue, my two-tone blues here and my darker one. So what you want to do is you take your pencil and you, just like coloring, you go around the edge work of everything that you coloring and you color that in. Okay, so I'm going to go within the little half-shaped circles here just to get started. And I'm going to go a little bit dark, okay? So you want to go dark wherever you have lines. and you want to kind of like your extra, highlighting these lines. You do the same thing with your pencil crayon. You go over the lines again, and you kind of start creating your character. And if that's like this, you're going like kind of creating that extra little bit of.
So Kevin, just while you're showing that quick technique, because we know that we're not going to be able to finish, the students won't be able to finish their characters in the next 5 minutes, which we need to unfortunately log off. But they're doing, what are we going to do with the feet?
Good
what are we going to do with the feet? And we need some shoes.
The feet. Okay, you see that? Where I cut it off shortly? This is where you draw your feet. So, sorry about that. You just basically do this. This is a foot. You just kind of go like that to denote the top of the foot here. You do the same thing on the other side. And then you just kind of draw these little half-shaped images right here near the bottom. And then you're going to want to draw the heel. So your foot isn't that. Your foot is below that. That's just to show your leg. And your foot goes kind of bigger than that. And so you're going to want to draw your foot bigger than what you originally had. So you're drawing your foot, and I want you to make them bigger. Some people might want to draw them out sideways, which I think kind of looks silly. And I want it to kind of look like the foot is aimed towards you a bit. So you draw your heel right there, just kind of nice and short. And you draw your toe, and you bring your toe down a little bit lower than your heel. And then you draw the base of your toes kind of like that on both sides, kind of back and forth. So it kind of looks like, I don't know, like a Pac-Man type shape right there to make the toe. And then you just connect the heel to the toe like that, right? And on the top, this is where your shoelaces are going to go. And I'm just drawing these lines here for example, okay? You could kind of do that if you want for the heel. If you want to go even more so with the heel, just kind of draw extra line on your toe and on your heel and just kind of outline it like that. Extra line and outline your toe, kind of like that. So there you have it. You have your shoe. It's Kobe Bryant's shoe. Well, Kobe Bryant that's turning into Venom kind of shoe. Yeah, and then that's basically how you create your shoe shape.
Now I'm just gonna, Kevin, can I quickly show the students where they can go to share their work so we can see it? Because then I'm sure, Kevin, you would love to be able to see the students' work, right?
I totally would. Do you all have a sharing page online somewhere where I can kind of click and log and look at your work? Right
I'm going to
now,
show you. If you look at my screen right now, if you go to our Connected North at Home website and you click, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of our page, you can actually access, see where it says contact us here?
Yeah.
You can can you guys see, can you see my screen, Mally?
Yep, I can.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
so
we
if
all
you
can see it.
Name in here and your email, take a picture, and you can choose a file and send that file or that picture to Mally or I, and we will be sure to share that with Kevin, and he will, I'm sure, would be happy to give you some feedback, okay? So go to connectednorth.org/@home. I'll put the link.
And maybe what we'll do, guys, is we'll book another session with Kevin, but make it for longer. I know we had some connection problems at the beginning. So would you like us to book another session with Kevin and he'll do one style and we'll make it longer? Okay. Yeah, we'll be sure to do that. Okay, that's great. So this gives us an idea of how to start. What you can do as well, ladies and gentlemen, is go to the website It was fun, Emily. Yeah. Go to the website and you can watch the recording if you missed something, because you have the background now, how to do it. And we'll book another session with Kevin in a couple of weeks, and we'll make it like a double. There's the website,
That
so you can
sounds
go
good
and
to
see
me.
yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Kevin. I was working on mine too. You probably can't see it very well because of my background, but I was working too. I made a picture of my son. He hasn't approved it yet, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see everybody's drawings. Have a super afternoon.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
and guys, if you want to
creative
join
too.
us for astronauts, you'll need to click on the website again and come back for astronauts in a couple of minutes.
Okay, see you everybody. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Kevin.
They're all
right,
saying
take
it
care.
was so much fun, Kevin.
They loved it. Loved it.
All
Loved
right,
it.
have fun with
Okay,
these
bye.
guys.
See you guys.